me lipos. Hey.
Alright, let's meow this. This is a rap about Ilman and Grey, the two cool cats bringing Meow-Go. Hey, what is Meow-Go? I'll give you a lesson in juicy pussy tricks and whoops. Now here's my session. Started off one day with a dope man. His name was Dan. Had a plan. A man with a plan and a competition, but his spelling, it caused a petition. IGOW. What the hell is that? The W makes no sense. Are you a prat? The W is supposed to mean whoop. With these IGOW rule changes, it's gone to poop. IGOW. Now the cats are here, coming in clutch to remove fears about Dan's ABC. So let's get down to the X.
Do you wanna do an orbit? Upside down around the ball. It can be anywhere, at any height we'll find we're really tall. We used to be best buddies, and now we're not. I wish I could make you split. Does it have to be an orbit? Yes, it has to be an orbit. Okay, I'll try. Do you wanna do an orbit? Upside down around the peak. I think this trick is overdue. I started scrolling through the Reddit for the week. It gets a little lonely on these packs, just watching my whoopers down. I think I got an orbit. I think I got an orbit. Okay, let's fly. Okay, let's fly.
The tiny hoop. The male hoop or Raisin must perform a dance and press the female hoop. Called Skittles. Raisin practices his dance to be sure it is absolutely perfect. He builds a pod to lure the female in. Once she's touched upon this apparatus, he is ready to start the show. The dance is so complex, the eye can hardly follow. Two of these, one of those. Before you know it, his dance is over. Skittles is aroused. Hubba hubba. Skittles is captivated by the mediocre performance. She exposes her buttery port for insertion. Raisin extends his BT 2.000 connector. Hubba hubba hoochoo wee wee wagga wugga. With his task completely, little Raisin Tunny Hoop flies away to prepare for next week's adventure.
Oh man, baby, that was good.
You can split my ass anytime.
You're the best.
Going out to fly my world, flying through a loop, fly backwards for infinity loops. Going out to fly my
I'm gonna rip some packs around the house. I just need a mission for submission tricks that I can learn how and then train for a couple of days. Until I have all the clips that I need. IGOW is a whoopaholic's paintbrush. IGOW is a whoopaholic's toothbrush. I need to go acro now. I wanna be that quadcopter up in the sky now. And I'm gonna risk my whoop, 'cause I've got another whoop. And I can't possibly fly two whoops, at least simultaneously.
Okay, how's everybody doing today? It's Monday, and we are gonna cover quickly here. If you didn't watch the last stream, we revealed the actual results of the bracket seeding, but then when I went back and looked at it, I realized that I didn't take retry win out of the peer scoring thing, so my equation was all off and everybody was shifted down by one, so it didn't change it too much, but it did shift a couple names around. I think Chatbot got the biggest bump up because he had a really high score, peer high score compared to his placement. Anyway, it didn't shift things around too much. Akira also moved up because he also had a really high score in the peer score, but Callisto kind of dominated that. I only made one adjustment to my little, like, I made just kind of like a formula to take the scores, and I just moved them over. Um, I just put in the data, and the only thing I adjusted was Callisto actually came out in the number 1 seed because everyone gave him such high scores compared to everyone else. He was the highest peer scored pilot by quite a bit. But AJ had a clean slate the entire season, and then he also had a perfect last round, so I didn't see how I could possibly not give AJ the top seed, even though Callisto did have a higher scoring from the peer rankings. But anyway, so there are slight adjustments you might see, but a lot of the matchups stayed pretty similar. Even when people got shifted around, like some of the names moved with them. So anyway, yeah, Callisto, almost everybody gave you a 10. I think pretty much everyone did. There's 31 people that submitted numbers, so you lost 4 total points. There's 310 points you could have got if everybody gave you a 10, and you had a 306. So pretty much everyone gave Callisto a 10. Everyone else was like, the next closest was like 270 or 280. Anyway, I digress. Here's the matchups. Now all we have to do is just let them know what mini games they're playing. If you looked in the rules and been paying attention to how the game's going to go, last round in the round of 32, the group round, everyone made up their own challenges, and then they did the challenges based on they did each other's challenges and their own challenge. This time there's 5 mini games that test kind of different things. We got a trippy ladder. This one is just like probably the hardest trick, I would say, and you have to do a trippy spin while climbing up and down a ladder. Then the game number 2 is basically about doing tricks that we've learned throughout the season, or that are in the IGOW and TPW, like Lexicon. And there's a bunch of combinations here and different ways to score points. The third game is an Aw Plumes inspired loop routine. It's like a practice routine that he kind of suggests you do to get really fluent at your freestyle, and it's basically like a constant looping motion, and then you're yawing at the top or bottom different amounts to change your loops from regular loops to side loops to reverse loops to the other side loop. Anyway, yeah, that one. And then game number 4 is a speed game. So it's basically like you do 5 clockwise orbits. Oh, I didn't change that yet. 5 counterclockwise orbits, 5 power loops, and then 5 Matty flips. And then based on your time in the Matty to do that set, you get scored. And then the final one is like a mini game of like TPW or Pro Whooper, but it's just on the cube with only cube obstacles. And if you click on this sheet, there's a list of the 50 tricks that you can do. Anyway, each group is going to compete in 3 of the 5. They all got to ban 1 game and then pick their top choice and then backup choice, just in case their top choice got banned. So we're going to go over it now and see which each matchup is doing. So AJ and Lowndes is our first matchup. And we've got AJ banned the Aw Plumes loop routine, so that's game number 3. And Lowndes banned the trippy ladder. So they had 2 different bans, so that means game 1 and game 3 are out, so they're going to be playing games number 2, 4, and 5. So that is game number 2 was Lowndes' top selection. That was the tricklets. Game number 4 was AJ's top selection. That was the speed run. And then The number 5 is obviously the only other one since they banned 1 and 3. So, and that's the mini Pro Cuber. All right, next up, Callisto and Easy B. So Callisto banned the mini Pro Cuber, so number 5, and Easy B banned the Trippy Ladder. So again, that one's pre-decided, but that one's 2, 3, and 4, not 5. So there, Callisto's top choice was the speed run. So interesting, our 2 top pilots both chose speed run. And then Easy B's top selection was the tricklets. And then obviously the other one was the Pro Cuber. So next up, we go to seed number 3. That's Dingles. And Dingles banned the tricklets. This a little bigger. Dingles banned the tricklets, and Cybex banned the Trippy Ladder. Half of the 16 pilots banned the Trippy Ladder. So that might mean that there's no Trippy Ladder in anyone's. It depends on if 2 band together. So anyway, let's see. So Dingles bans tricklets, Cybex bans Trippy Ladder. So they're playing 3, 4, and 5. So, speed run. Both Dingles and Cybex chose speed run as their top selection. So they both chose the same one, and then they actually chose different ones for the other one. So they all get a little bit of what they wanted in there. Next is Backwoods and Blix. Backwoods banned game number 4, and Blix banned Trippy Ladder. Oh, this is the first time we had someone ban. So Backwoods' number 1 selection was Trippy Ladder, but Blix banned that. So it has to go to Backwoods' second selection, which was the Oplume's loop routine. But Backwoods banned the speed run. Oh, they actually both banned each other's top choice. Interesting. Backwoods banned the speed run, and that was Blix's top choice. And Blix banned the Trippy Ladder, and that was Backwoods' top choice. So neither of them are going to get their top choice in this one. Every other one so far, both pilots got their top choice. This is the first one where neither pilot gets their top choice. So 1 and 4 are banned, so 2, 3, and 5. That's a unique one. We haven't had that yet. 2, 3, and 5. All right, next is Akira and Fire Blast. Akira banned number 3, the loop routine, and Fire Blast bans Trippy Ladder. So 1 and 3, so 2, 4, 5 for them as well. Almost everyone is doing 5. Interesting. I guess that's the most like neutral. Next up, 6 Cha-Cha. Cha-Cha banned Trippy Ladder. Zip banned Mini Pro Cuber, number 5. So that means they're gonna play 2, 3, and 4. 2, 3, and 4. Oh, and this one, Fire Blast and Akira, nobody banned each other's top picks. This is our first unequal one, where Zip wanted the Trippy Ladder as his number 1 choice, but Cha-Cha banned it. And then they both chose single gate speed run, basically. And then we're also going to go with Oplume's trick routine, and then number 2 is the tricklets. Okay. Almost everyone has 2 also, except for Dingle's group. Okay. Second to last one. Jal. Jal also banned the Oplume's loop routine, just like Akira. And Junker banned the trippy ladder. So that makes it 2, 4, and 5. 2, 4, 5. Oh, and we did get one group that didn't ban it. So we will have one set of pilots doing the trippy ladder. Oh, for this one, both Jal and Junker chose number 4 as their top one. So they both like the speed run. So I'll see who comes out on top of that one. And then finally, our last group, Lori versus Chatbot. Lori banned the speed run, and Chatbot banned the Mini Pro Cuber. So they're playing game 1, 2, and 3. Oops. All right, so we have a decent blend here. It looks like 2, 4, 5 was the most popular. There's 3 of those. And then we got a 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 4s. 2, 2, 4, 5s. A 2, 3, 5, and a 1, 2, 3. Pretty good blend overall. Almost everyone got their top choice except for 3 people. So not too bad, not too bad. Oh, the chat disappeared because I had to have that thing up. My bad. Anyway, speedrun I feel like was the most popular, maybe because people thought it was the easiest, but I don't know if it wasn't clear, but it's really not. It's really not about being able to do the full challenge in these ones. Like, I've tried to make them hard enough to the point that people shouldn't be getting the max scores. Like, they shouldn't be able to pull off the whole challenge. It's more about how much of it you can do. But yeah, anyway, does anyone have any questions about any of the games? There were a few people emailing me. There is rules here, but they are not like, I wrote them in a way that makes sense to me, but it might not make sense to someone else. Figure 8 TGS trippies, that would be a cool one. You did do those trippies pretty low. Zip, you got blocked though. Zip wanted to play trippy ladders and Cha-Cha blocked it. Anyway, explain the tricklet cradles. Double cradle, one side. Oh, it's just like you go like around from one side, backwards through the bottom gate, then around the other side, backwards through the bottom gate. Then Maverick loop, bottom gate, middle gate, and then bottom gate, middle gate, then beginner Maddie, top gate, middle gate, then invert rewind through the top gate. Wait, that's too many tricks. Oh no, that's the Maverick loop beginner Maddie thing is not really like a full Maverick loop. It's like a backwards. So you're doing like a cradle. You're going like around the side, backwards through the bottom, around the side, backwards through the bottom. Then you're going like uh beginner or maverick loop, so you're going like under bottom gate and then backwards through the middle gate and then over top gate backwards through the middle gate. So 4 total backwards gates and then the invert rewind. Number 2 has so many tricks. Yeah, it does. You can, it says though, in between, did I say you could land? I didn't say it specifically, but if you really want to, in between the tricklets, if you land in a controlled fashion, you could like look up the next tricks. How can you power loop top bottom? Power loop top bottom, where's power loop? Power loop middle, top, bottom, bottom, middle, bottom, bottom, top, bottom. Which one? Power loop top, bottom. I'm not sure what one that's in. That one is in Akira. Or did I just say it backwards out loud? Speed run. Okay. Speed run, you have one gate on the ground. And then your time starts when you fly through that gate one time forward. Here, we'll say the gate's like here. One time forward, that's when your time starts. Then, okay, I need to fix this right now. I probably sent it wrong in the email too because I just copied and pasted all this because I thought it was correct. Okay, right pole clockwise, yes. Counterclockwise. Okay. Okay. Come on. Refresh. There we go. Okay. You fly forward through the gate one time to start it. Then you do 5 clockwise orbits of the right pole. So around once through. So the first time through the gate, that's one time through. Then you go through 5 more times, right, around the pole. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then after your 5th time through, you switch to counterclockwise on the left pole. Then you spin around that pole around 5 times through again. And then after your 5th time through, you switch to power loops. So then you do 5 power loops through the gate. Then on your 5th time, you need to somehow do a Matty flip so that you're going through the gate the same direction you've gone through every single other time. So the easiest and fastest way would be like after you finished your 5th power loop, just turn around and then start doing Matty flips. Then you do 5 Matty flips. After you pass through the gate the final time on the 5th Matty flip, then your time stops. And so you're going to pass through the gate a total of 21 times in the same direction. So first 1 time to start it, then 5 times for the clockwise orbits, 5 times for the counterclockwise, 5 times for the power loop, and then 5 times for the Matty flip, where you're flying backwards through the gate, but the same direction that you've been going the whole time. And then whoever has the lowest time wins. Make sense? Yes, 180 yaw. Well, you don't have to 180 yaw and continuing Matties, but that's the fastest. That's the fastest way to do. Yeah, you do have to, because there's no other way to get in. I mean, you could do like an Immelmat or something weird, but basically, no. This is on a single gate. That's why it's called single gate speedrun. Single gate. One gate on the ground. I mean, you could use a TGS still, but you only need one gate. It would probably make it harder though, because then you have to go through the upper gate every time, and you can't loop quite as big. But I guess it would force you to be tighter. Whatever. A Barani would work. Yeah, I'll allow a Barani. I don't know if that's going to go faster, but yeah. Chatbot, you blocked Lori's cube, though. And you know Lori wanted to do the cube. So both of you guys don't get to do the one you wanted, I believe. Probably takes longer with it. I'm guessing just spinning around as you finish your final power loop and then just switching to Matty flips is going to be faster than trying to do some like Immel Mat or some type of move like that. Anything that you're doing a Matty at the for at least half of the Matty where you're going over the top, I'll allow it. Yeah, Immel Mat would work as well. But I really doubt that's going to be faster than yaw spinning and then going into a Matty, or more accurate also. Oh, and if you didn't notice on the Pro Cuber, I had 30 seconds before, but I changed it to 35. One thing, you're allowed to complete after the 35 seconds any trick that you're doing, but if you have some of the tricks are like long combos, some of these bigger ones, like this trick has 4 tricks in it and this one has like 6. So you can finish a trick from the combo, like if you're on the final double Dutch, you can finish that as long as you've started it. But if you're just doing the first trick, you can't finish out the whole combo. Because this combo is going to take that's part of how the points are separated. So you can finish a trick after the buzzer, but you can't go on to the next trick in a combo. And all the tricks all the combos are specific tricks. Yeah, because otherwise you would just make it to the point at the very end and then start one of these combos before, and then the combo would take however long. I didn't have enough time to balance all the points that way. You can't repeat any tricks. You get 0 if you repeat. There's 50 tricks and you only have 35 seconds, so you should be able to come up really 35 seconds. You can do what, trick every 2 seconds maybe? So you can do 15 out of the 50 at most, I'd say. And a lot of them are combos, so they take longer than 2 seconds. Any other questions? Did everyone play game 2? 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Nope, not Dingles, that's right. 2. Okay, I think we covered it. Deadline. It's okay, so that's what I was thinking. So right now, the way I had it set up was, I don't think I'm giving you guys enough time. I think we're going to have to adjust it. So the problem is, if we made it due on Sunday, you guys would only have Yeah. So what can we do? We could. So the problem with changing the deadline, I'm gonna be traveling a bunch at the beginning of October. I've got going to a race in Denver on the 4th, and then Nightwing and I are road tripping through Vegas to Sacramento for another race on the 11th and 12th. And then I come back on the 13th, and then on the 14th I leave for Rotor Riot Rampage, and then that's the 15th through the 20th. So there's gonna be a lot of, and the way I had it set up now, I wouldn't miss anything, but it's too little of time. I think, let's see, I leave on the 3rd. So we could push it till the 2nd. And then I could do the live stream on Thursday before I leave. I'll have to look at it and I'll email you guys. Oh, last thing is the hand sign, and I'll also email this to everyone, but the hand sign is going to be scissors. So just do some scissors, like rock, paper, scissors, scissors. But we are going to extend this deadline. Let's make it due in 48 hours. Cybex, you going to the Neos race? Okay. Oh. I think we could put it on Wednesday. We could do the stream on Wednesday, October 1st. And then it makes it the next deadline tough, because 11th and 12th I'm going to be at the race. Maybe we can do the 10th. From the Whoop House? Okay, we'll figure it out. I think we're gonna do Wednesday. Wednesday, October 1st. And then the next matchups will be the next day, which would be October 2nd. It's Thursday. And then this one would be due the 10th? Could I do the stream on the 11th is the question. I think so. We're going to aim for the 11th. I have to this one. Okay, and then this would have to get pushed to I think that's still enough time for the finals. October 11th. Yeah, that works. It's still 14 days of prep for the final one. This is 9 days. Okay, that works. Scissors after each mini game. Yes. You should do scissors after or before each one. Now you want to unlock the TGS trippies. Unblock. Okay. This gives more days, right? Oops. So now we've got from the 22nd, which is today, to the 1st, 7, 8, 9 days. That's pretty good. And then 2nd to the 11th. That's basically what we had all season. Okay, that's acceptable. Is anyone strongly opposed to the updated schedule here? That's still in the top 16. I didn't want to change it too much. I still have the same ending date. Because before you guys had 3 weeks to prep for the finals, that's a little excessive. 2 weeks is plenty. Only blocked it because you thought we were gonna have a few days. Well, you know what? On the who's your opponent? Is Dingle still here? If Dingles is cool with changing it, then allowing you to change it, then you can change it because he didn't block it, so he's indifferent to that one, and you blocked. Oh wait, I'm looking at the wrong space. You blocked Trippy Ladder, so it would just swap. What would you block instead is the question, I guess. Dingles, do you care? Cybex says he says he's not sure it'll matter that much in the end. I mean, If Dingles, what would you switch it for is the question though, Cybex. Because, let's see. It's a if you want to do the trippy ladder, allow it. If you don't want to do the trippy ladder, don't allow it. Dingles. That's basically what it comes down to. Because you didn't block the trippy ladder or you didn't choose it, so you seem indifferent to it. And Cybex blocked it. So if you want to do it, then you can allow the choice. If you don't want to do it, then you can just make him stick with what he put in there. Hey, Custom, I just got your package just now. What up? So I can, oh, if you guys got a custom box and I haven't sent it to you yet, now I have the last ones to send out. Also, Clefamy and who's the other person that's been waiting forever for the 75? Adam Splitter. I have your 75s, so I'm going to send them out too. Sounds like Dingles just wants to leave it how it is. You guys are the only ones that don't have number 2, so. Well, that's because Dingles blocked it. Alright, we're sticking with it. I mean, well, we only added, how many days did we add? We only added 1, 2, 3 days. So, not a ton of time. I guess that does extend it from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5 days to 9 days. If it's up to me, we are not doing trippy ladders. Oh, well, there you go. Sorry, Cybex. Oh, you're out of town Friday to Sunday, so I got you. Well, you guys are I think that's better that you don't have number 2 in there then. Because that's like the longest one. At least memorization wise. Ah, I see. Well, honestly, I don't think you want trippy ladders. Last year, 2 people could do trippy ladder. This year, it seems like more people can do trippy ladder. At least up. No, that was trippy ladder switch. Excuse me. A lot of people could do trippy ladder up, but only 2 people could do trippy ladder switch. So. Remember, it's trippy ladder, not just trippy around the whole TGS. You got to ladder up and down. It's one of the coolest things, I think, looks-wise. My original idea was just to have that and nothing else. And then I was like, oh, that's just going to totally favor people that can do trippy ladder. And then I came up with all these other games to test different things. Callisto made it up last year. I wasn't even thinking about it. And Callisto, you think we went bottom, middle, top, switch, middle, bottom? I think that's how it went. Anyway, yeah. Any more questions about any of the games? Hit me up in the email. I'm gonna send the scissors emote so you guys don't forget that in the email. Do I need anything else in that email? Oh, I'll make up the submission form now so I don't forget to do that. And the new deadlines. I'll put that in there because I'm pretty sure I listed the deadline as the previous one. Okay. Yeah, Yeah, I still haven't gotten. Let me text Evan right now. I've gotten all the prizes except for the 533 um prizes. Evan said he was gonna send them. Oh, he didn't even read my last email message. That's not good. Okay. I think Callisto, as far as Callisto or almost anyone, or pretty much anyone's um prospects of winning the Final Four. I don't know if you guys have looked at what the Final Four challenge is yet, but it's kind of like um I don't know, like a lot of other sports that have like routines kind of based it off, like helicopter runs and like gymnastics kind of. Anyway, I thought uh that retry might be able to give Callisto like a pretty good run in the final in this finals format. I feel like he would have been pretty good at this type of like challenge. So I think everyone got lucky that he got knocked out. Everyone's chances of winning is definitely improved. You guys think the pilots that took him out wonky by putting right into his turn thing, and then Junker by putting the requirements on the rollbacks just barely got him. He also went a little bit hard with his own challenge. Would it be cool to have pilots actually broadcast? Yes, Cybex, that's what I would want. If I could either send people the stuff to do that but it's like there's no good way to stream it. Like right now, the way that I stream when I fly, and it still doesn't work very good, is I have the HD0 monitor, and then it has a HD0 out, and then that goes to a capture card, and then that goes into the computer, and then it works decently. But then you have to have all those things, and it's like too much stuff. And if you're not flying like right like by your computer, you'd have to have a laptop or like a whole setup, and then yeah. Ideally, I would want that. I don't know if you guys remember, but back in the day, Orca had a thing that you put in the Orca goggles, and then it just let you stream from the goggles directly to a live stream, and it worked like 1 out of 50 times, but it was great when it worked. But yeah, it used. I don't even know how it did it because how do you have Wi-Fi for that, and then it used Bluetooth, I think, to connect to your phone or something. But that was great. I wish HD0 had something like that in theirs where you could just broadcast straight to something, but they have single HDMI streamer box that are cell enabled. Well, that'd be pretty cool. You can stream to a lot. Yeah, it's not that hard to do, but it's just like I can't require everyone to have that or go buy it. And then like also then you run into the point where like okay, so like Lori would have to be, if we were going to do the stream like we normally do in like the morning to afternoon, Lori would have to fly like in the middle of the night or something, or we would have to hold the stream at a time where it's like someone in a different country's like afternoon. I've thought of a whole bunch of different ways to try to do it. I mean, the best thing obviously would be if we could actually get all the final pilots into one location. If we got a big enough sponsor that would like actually sponsor flying anyone from anywhere in the world, or like some certain amount of their flight and hotel and stuff, so we could get everyone in one place. Like if everyone could meet at the like freestyle park or something like that, that would be awesome. But people are playing from all around the world, and IGOW doesn't make any money. So like I don't have any money. Like I get prizes and then I give them out, but we're not making any money. You need like a Red Bull or Monster or some really big sponsor that really wanted to like do that. I've thought about all different ways to try to do it, like live or semi-live, and this is the best thing I've come up with. So you get a prep period for like the 2 weeks, and then you can choose basically any time for that whole last week when you want to do your final performance, and then you're going to send that info to me. Then once you confirm it and this is exactly when you want to do it, I'll send you the hand sign at that time. Then you have 30 minutes to do your best possible run, and submit it. So it's not like ideally you'd only have like 1 or 2 runs, right, to try to do it like a real sport. So there's pressure, and you could, that's the whole point of like, right, sports and performing live is to be able to do your skill on command when it's the big moment, and that's what makes like, great people great. That's what makes like Michael Jordan being able to perform when the pressure's on, and that's the one thing that IGOW doesn't really have right now. There's no real pressure to perform at any point, and all actual sports have that. So Chatbot, I was gonna do I did I for the first one, and then I was gonna do G for this one, but G is like not that. What is G? G's like this or something, and it's like not that clear what you're doing anyway. And then I was gonna do, and then everyone would think that O's coming next because IGO, but then I was gonna jump to something else to try to throw people off. But I was like, I just try to do something that's easy to do with one hand most of the time and pretty obvious. I didn't feel always in the past I did like shooter guns, but shooting, too many real shootings right now. Okay, I think we covered everything. We're like right at exactly an hour. If you have any more questions, you can message me, or if you're in the Discord in the finalist group, you can message there or wherever, or email, and I'll clear up any of the challenges. I tried to have an example of the trippy ladders and stuff done, but Tyrant didn't ever do it. So I think most of them make sense. If you kind of think out the au plume one, it makes sense. So if you put scissors in your OSD, then you don't have to do the hand sign. I'll say that. You could edit it afterwards. That would be more work than doing the trick. Editing it in OSD where you'd have to like rotoscope each letter so that the behind them still looked like whatever is actually supposed to be behind there. If you want to do that, go for it. But if you do put scissor, you can make your pilot name or your craft name scissors or anything on your OSD that's obviously an OSD element, then that'll count. Then you don't have to remember to do scissors. I don't want to require people to go in and mess with their Whoop CLI or with Betaflight if they don't, if they forget or something like that. So you can do either one or both, whatever. But if you think you're going to forget the hand sign and you just want to put scissors in your OSD, I'll allow that. That's a good idea. I didn't even think about that. I don't think it would overlay back onto a new thing very well. Maybe if you just had the name there. You'd have to get it just right with the arm and disarm. Anyway, I think that'd be take more effort than just doing the trick. Plus, that would mean you had to have done the trick beforehand. So, I don't know how many people even looked at these, but I did change them a little bit. I changed I changed the order of some of the tricks and added a little bit more to some, so you couldn't really have done it that much more. Can I just put a capital X in the OSD for the pilot name? No, you gotta write scissors, because X could have just been there. Just write scissors for your, like, pilot name. Hand sign's the easiest, because then if you, like, let's say you went out somewhere to fly and you're like, oh, I forgot to change this whoops OSD, you can still just toss out the scissors. Okay. Yeah, let's actually wrap it up this time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Good luck to you final 16 pilots. If it wasn't clear, you're playing 3 games, and if you win 2 of them, then you win. The points don't like carry over, so it's just like if you win the game, you win it. It doesn't matter if you win by 100 points or 1 point. Yeah, so you got to win 2 out of 3. All right, I'm gonna shoot this email out to everyone right now with the scissors hand sign and then the updated schedule, and I'll repost the rules since I changed like one thing on them, the clockwise thing and the speed one. And yeah, good luck, pilots. Yeah, best 2 out of 3, but I mean if you win all 3, you win too. You win also. If somehow you tie, I'm pretty sure I had a tiebreaker in here, but I don't think it's possible. It'd be crazy. The least amount of time. I really doubt there's going to be any ties. Good luck, everyone. Yeah, we'll see you next. What is it? I already forgot. Wednesday, October 1st. Okay, that's easy. October 1st. Oh, and then RaceGow starting at the end of October. So, if you're interested in playing RaceGow and you're in the finals, I think unless you make the final 4, you'll be fine. There shouldn't be any overlap, but if you do make the final 4, there might be a little bit of overlap in the first challenge, but you know, no big deal there. Yeah, so look out for that. I'm going to be dropping the information on that pretty soon once I get some rough sponsor info. And do you have to sign up for RaceGow? Yep, there'll be just the thing like before where you just fill out a form, and then RaceGow is different though. Like there's no letters or anything. It's just like tracks, and then you perform. So like you can skip any amount of the RaceGow tracks, and obviously you can't do as well as if you perform on all of them, but like you can't get knocked out of RaceGow. Like RaceGow it's just a big leaderboard of times for each track, and there's some other little games within it, like the tiers and stuff, like we did last time. But there's it's not like if you miss the first 2 weeks, like in IGOW, then you're gonna have 2 letters, and it's gonna be really hard for you to make it to the end. So yeah, so Race Scout, I mean, you can always skip a week, but there's no penalty in Race Scout besides that you don't get like you don't get on that leaderboard. For some of the like ongoing things where if you like where you get a tier the week before and then you get ranked in the tiers for those little tier prizes, especially if you're in the Patreon, then there's kind of like a lottery almost where like everyone gets broken up into little smaller groups each round, and then you could win just that group, so it's not just always the top pilots winning each round anyway. But yeah, in general, like you're not going to get knocked out if you like just do the first challenge or the first race and then the last race, that's fine, whatever. So yep, you can skip a week. All right, actually ending. Have a good Monday, everyone, and we'll see you on the next one.